I've heard you interpret the word, or sorry. I've heard you interpret self-inquiry as self-abidance, and wondering if they're synonymous to you, or they you would make a distinction, and if you could clarify that for me.
Yes, okay. We could say that self-abidance was the deeper aspect of self-inquiry. So most people mistake themselves for a bundle of thoughts, feelings, images, memories, activities, sensations, etc. So in response to this, the first step we take in self-inquiry is to ask a question such as, what is it that knows or is aware of my thoughts, feelings, sensations, etc.? Whatever it is that knows or is aware of my objective experience is what we call I. So the same question could be reformulated: who or what am I? And there are, as we discussed earlier in the week, there are many other formulations of the same question. What is it that cannot be removed from me? What is it that has been with me all my life? What is the continuous element in all experience, etc.? All these questions lead the mind away from its objective content towards the source or the essence of the mind. So self-inquiry starts usually with a question, an investigation. What is it that knows my experience? Who am I? But then once that question has been asked, there is nothing more for the mind to do, because anything that the mind did would be directed towards some kind of objective experience. So we ask the question, and then we wait for the answer. And the waiting is self-abidance. So self-inquiry it's a translation for the Sanskrit term atma vichara. And self-inquiry or self-investigation is not a very accurate translation of the term, because normally when we inquire into something or we investigate something, we engage in a series of thoughts and perceptions about that thing. Well, we cannot think of ourselves, or we cannot perceive ourselves, because there is nothing objective there to think about or perceive. So by far the larger part of self-inquiry is really self-abidance. We just ask the question, what is it that knows or is aware of my experience? Whatever it is that knows our thoughts, sensations, and perceptions is obviously not itself a thought, sensation, or perception. So right there, we cease directing our attention towards the objects of experience. And we allow the attention to gradually, in most cases, occasionally suddenly, but gradually in most cases, the attention then sinks or relaxes deeper and deeper into its source. And that sinking of the attention into its source is self-abidance. It's what Ramana Maharshi referred to as sinking the mind into the heart of awareness. It's what the Christian mystics refer to as the practice of the presence of God. The presence of God is indicated by the name I am. So another portal into self-abidance would be simply to take the thought I am and allow one's attention to go to the experience that is referred to when we say I am. Rumi referred to the same process, if we can call it a process. Really, it's a non-process, but the same when he said, flow down and down and down in ever widening rings of being. This sense that it's a flowing downwards or inwards or backwards of the attention, not forwards towards someone or something. And as is beautifully expressed in Rumi's words, as the attention flows down towards our essential being, towards that to which we refer when we say I am, it widens or loses its limitations. So all these phrases indicate in various different traditions this sinking of the mind away from its objective content into its source. And although that process or non-process is initiated in most cases by a question, by far the larger part of self-inquiry is just asking the question and remaining silent and open, just abiding as oneself.
Thank you.